Minister, on Tuesday night, retained firefighters walked out of this gallery in disgust at what you had to say in our debate on the private members' motion, and they've been engaged in industrial action now for quite a while, and it's as a result of the failures to address the core issue of pay attached to the service. And this industrial action and crisis is now really at crisis point. There's an all-out strike plan for Tuesday. And this will result in the closure of all retained fire stations right across the state. SIPTU have come out this morning and said that there is likely to be mass resignations from the service as a result of this action, and you know that that will result in the collapse of the service, Minister. Today, firefighters have marched on Leinster House. They're outside. They're very, very angry at the fact that the government will not intervene, and an intervention is required now. So I'm asking you to make an improved offer in relation to pay for retained firefighters. I'm also asking you and challenging you to go outside after this order of business and meet with the firefighters, because they are just fed up to the hilt in relation to what you've said. Some of them have handed in their pagers to members of the opposition and have challenged you to wear the pager for the next number of weeks, put up with an €8,600 retainer and not leave your community for 2.5 kilometres and see how you can stand over those type of pay and conditions. Hear.
No, excuse me, Deputy Brady. Deputy Brady, you're completely out of order. Completely out of order. Do not make a charade. Do not carry on a charade in this House. Please. Absolutely outrageous behaviour. Outrageous. And not to be encouraged. Now, Minister.
Firstly, if I could say, to get back to the matter at hand, I know many of the men and women of the retained fire service right across this country. I commissioned the independent review. I wasn't asked to do it, I commissioned it. I published it, I brought it to Cabinet. I've been to Cabinet twice. All 13 recommendations were accepted by Government. Lots of progress was made in that around rostering, around minimum staffing per station, 12 per station. And there remains the issue of pay, Deputy, yes. And your assertion today, like your colleague Brady the other evening, was at variance to what your party leader was asking for earlier that day. Your party leader had asked for re-engagement at the WRC. You asked, and Deputy Brady was engaged in an act of theatre here today, which was obviously choreographed. I know firefighters, Deputy, right across the country. There is a process, and I am very confident that this can be resolved. I have immense regard for the men and women of the fire service. The men.
Time is up.
Please. I tell you what I won't.
No, wait now. Please desist and respect the orders of the House. Please. You have no role in it, good, bad, or indifferent. You have no role in it, good, bad, or indifferent. I will suspend the House if this racket continues. I will suspend the House if this racket continues. Minister, will you conclude?
I will.
You're out of time.
I will conclude, and I've been interrupted repeatedly. I wanted to state that I would encourage, and there's contact with the unions, and I would encourage the unions to re-engage with the state's process and IR process. I want to reassure the House, Count Corley, if I could, is that I have given an absolute commitment that the public sector pay talks would begin in July, next month, that I will advocate on their behalf. But what I won't do, Deputy, is do what you and your party are doing, is trying to use this matter for your own political gain. Okay. And I saw what happened here today. You see what happened here today. You're shameless, and people see through it. You're absolute.
They're handing in their pagers to you, and you won't even talk to them outside the gate.
Deputy Batchik.
Outside the gate?